Hey, it's Nina.
And Ashley back with the bullshit.
And this is the Young and Gettin It Podcast. Just so you know, you can find us on Apple Podcasts. Just search Young and Gettin It Podcast. There's no G at the end of Gettin. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review. We're also on SoundCloud.com. Just search Young and Gettin It Podcast. Follow us on there, comment on there. And we're on YouTube. Just search Young and Gettin It Podcast, where you can see us on there. And while you people listening, you can watch us on there too. Subscribe, follow us, comment, everything.
And you can also find us on Twitter. Oh, no, Instagram. We don't do that right now. On Instagram at YAGI_podcast. You can also go on our website where everything is there. It's www.weareYAGIP.com. And then if you would like to join the conversation, hit us up at Ashleyandninapod@gmail.com or text us, call us, leave us a look at God on our Google Voice number, which is 323-486-3811.
And we have a motherfucking announcement.
Someone's excited.
Someone. This bitch is engaged. We got to cheers to it. Hey, we got her favorite drink, the rosé. She's an honest woman now, or she's about to be.
I'm spoken for. Thanks.
She's a spoken for woman. Yes, and if you go on my Instagram stories, because I'll probably tape it multiple times, her ring is a fucking brick.
It makes no sense.
Her fiance just walked through and I was like, nigga, you did better than good. Nigga, that shit is a fucking rock. And that's what we like to see. Hanging out my earlobe is a rock. Hanging out her ring band is a rock. You know?
Ice me out. Ice me out, daddy.
Ice me out. Hey, ice me out. So, yeah. But we're going to get back to the podcast. I just want to throw that because we get cheers and we can start drinking. We just got back from, eating
celebrating
and sipping, celebrate before the episode.
We're celebrating 2K forever.
Be a little different. Today's been a good day. This week has been a fucking good week, to be completely honest. Like, we just feel blessed. So we're in a good mood. Hopefully our energy is emitting into the sound waves and into the camera because we feel good. But what pop culture do you have for this week?
I want to start with the funniest one.
Okay.
So,
I like to laugh.
Today I was on the nets because I didn't look at God real quick. I ain't worked but one day this week.
That's fantastic.
That's a miracle.
I could tell because you was texting me back.
Bitch, I was texting you back. I was on Instagram.
I was like, is she home?
I was able to do shit. I was able to be a student.
Yeah.
So I was on Instagram and today I saw a post from Hazel E talking about the City Girls stole her song or like stole her beat. No, they stole her beat.
How you?
So.
Oh, really? We looking at you? Okay.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna play the song because the song literally has the same name as the City Girl song. It's called Actin' Up or like Act Up.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm gonna play it, and we all know what the City Girl song sound like, right?
Yeah.
So let's listen to this real quick.
I was about to start dancing and my body just froze. Like, what?
Back it up, we back it up. Back it up, back it up, we back it up. Back it up, back it up, we back it up.
You hear the beat, right?
Back it up, we back it up.
You hear the beat, right? Okay, now.
This sounds like some shit we heard in high school.
Bitch,
like
this shit came out in 2017.
That's jerking music.
Okay, now let me play Act Up.
What?
Like I'll admit there's a minor similarity, but no. Not really.
It's like, no. If you're going to say that, there's 500 other songs that sound like it.
Real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga.
Lil Yachty voice. 5-6 figures. Collie pussy ticket. Ayy. Rich ass nigga. Ayy.
Okay, so we know what that shit is, right? So she tried to say they stole her beat.
Girl.
No.
Girl.
No.
Sister.
No.
Ayana.
No.
Fix her life.
No.
No.
And so fucking Young Miami, I fucking love this bitch. She said, we never heard a song by the ugly ass bitch. That surgery got that whole head. It definitely does have your head. So people were saying if you should be mad at anybody, you should be mad at the producer because the producer did make both of the beats. But it's like
Earl made both?
Yes, he made both the beats.
So he has beats. He's the same nigga.
But it's like, to me, the beats were so far apart. Like, that shit sounded like something I would make.
They
like,
were not the same at all.
It wasn't. And so, and she was trying to say, I've been on this. I've been on the girl code. Like I had albums back in 2017 for the girl code. Like this been my shit and and it's just like, girl, just hang it up. Hang up your whole rap career and get a job. Because like at this point, like you're either going to be on Love and Hip Hop forever until you marry some weak ass rapper, or you're just going to keep trying like all those other people on Love and Hip Hop that don't make hits.
She's so thirsty. I just never liked Hazel. You know what's funny? I never liked Hazel E because her self-esteem was low.
Exactly. When Young Berg fucking dumped her whole fucking purse like in the fucking street.
He dogged her the whole season.
He dogged her the fuck out, and this bitch was just like...
Nothing's worse than getting dogged by a nigga who ain't shit.
Especially on TV. Like, why are you on TV?
That's the thing is, right after her first season, she changed her whole face and they got surgery on her body. And it's like, yeah, you got a check from VH1 and that's why you're able to afford surgery all of a sudden. But like I was just telling Ashley before we started taping, I'm not going to knock people with plastic surgery. We already talked about this on another episode where we realized we don't necessarily dislike the plastic surgery. We dislike kind of more of the idea behind it, like where some people are doing it for the right reasons and some people are doing it just because they hate themselves.
Yeah, but I mean, if that's a journey you gotta take to love yourself
that's what
more,
do.
I don't think surgery will accomplish it, but if you do, go for it.
And look, it's not accomplishing it for her.
And accomplishing shit. And like, so she went on to post like all this stuff on her page talking about people be mad as fuck at the truth at Girl Code Inc. That's her company. It's been my lifestyle, period, in my city girl's voice. Don't come for Young Miami or JT. Them bitches is some real hood ass bitches. They will drag you. And they will fuck you up. Like fucking Remy one Ma. Of them is in jail for... Okay, we could skip to that real quick because this is not important.
I'm sorry, did Remy Ma do it? Because I would think she's not that dumb, but...
I don't know because she shot a bitch over $1,000.
Yeah, when I found out it was $1,000, I was like, Remy, damn.
Like, bitch.
You shot it, and she can't, and the girl can't reproduce anymore.
No, like her uterus is shot. Like, cause I think she shot her in a fallopian tube or some shit. And I'm like, you know, that should be ricocheting.
How you gonna shoot someone over $1,000?
And yeah, and that was her friend. So you think she not gonna go beat this bitch? Like, apparently, like according to like the little tabloids I heard, it was at her house. And like Papoose was there. So when she was walking out of court today, TMZ was there and they're like, Remy, did you turn yourself in because you did it? Are you just trying to like take ownership for this? And she was just like, I'm not dumb. And she just didn't say shit. And so they were like, yeah, Papoose, like I heard you were there during the altercation. Like, did it really go down like as she said?
And Papoose didn't say
He didn't say shit either.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
But honestly,
the
bitch probably did it.
If you didn't hit him, you would have been like, no, I didn't hit her.
But
damn,
and
Remy,
she's probably still on probation because she literally just got out of jail. Like, and if you fuck up while you're on probation, you go right the fuck back.
Like, I know she was defending her daughter, but it's like, Remy,
there's other ways. Hun.
You was in jail for 6 years. You didn't see your kids. Your man was sad.
And that nigga loved the fuck out of you.
They got married in prison. And then you finally have a kid after not being able to have a kid. Like, how tough do you need to be to where you continuously fuck up your life?
New York, B. That was horrible.
Man, that shit is so stupid, man. I know. Aaron and fucking AJ are probably like, don't do that accent.
Don't ever do that again. I would be like, okay.
I love hearing AJ's accent.
I love hearing her laugh.
Yeah, they don't hear it because
I sound all obsessed. Oh my God, I love.
We're talking about Vital
laugh.
Information Podcast. Check them out.
Yeah, I love them.
I love New York accents, and you hear it on there, and I'm just like, you guys are cool.
Yeah, you guys are cool. You guys talk fast. You guys have slang.
You guys have like, yeah, you talk about things that we don't know because we're from California, and our train system is really trash.
MTA, fuck is you doing?
We don't
love that segment.
Your MTA is our Metrolink, but our Metrolink doesn't take us anywhere.
Our Metrolink don't work.
The shit sucks.
We got fucking famous people trying to make fucking subways for cars, and they can only be electric vehicles.
Yeah, subways for cars. That tells you how many fucking cars are in California. That they're not making subways for bodies. They're making subways for cars.
But on God, I like the concept better because that means I don't have to be around people I don't fucking know.
And you know that's cool. But in the commercials, because I saw the little commercials like, we need trains, la da 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 da. Your taxes are gonna go up like a motherfucker. But let's not talk about that.
We used to it. Shit.
Yeah,
These
I know.
shits is high as
It's
fuck
like in
and
California.
been high as
The
fuck.
thing is, when you live in California and New York, people probably understand too, because if they tried to do the same shit that we do out here, it would cost way more.
Yeah.
It's like
They just don't be having car notes.
same thing with student loans. I just stopped caring after a while. Nigga, the money, it's just gonna happen, bitch. That's why I work 7 days a week, because I gotta pay for shit.
Why do you think I'm still at this fuck ass job?
Right. It's like, you're gonna take my money,
Until
you know,
I
like
get a higher salary offer from somewhere else.
that. I think her name's Elizabeth Warren, the politician.
Sounds about right.
I don't know. You guys, don't judge me.
I don't be in that
The one
shit.
who's trying to get rid of student loans, and I'm like, I was talking to one of my coworkers about that, and I was like, yeah, she's gonna do that student loan shit. First of all, we don't know who's pandering to the audience and just saying shit we want to hear.
Right.
But some of these people are gonna be like, yeah, student loans, and they're gonna get rid of our student loans, and then they're gonna do something else super fucked up.
Yes, there has to be some type of replacement, just like that one person who's talking about reparations for slavery. Where's the money gonna come from? Like, are you gonna take my tax dollars and pay me back for slavery? Like, I don't understand.
Mind you, and it's like they're gonna make you do an ancestry test to know how black you are, and then the government's gonna have your DNA, and then I'm Nigerian, I'm getting nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna
like,
get cashed out.
I'm gonna get nothing. I'm
God, because I'm Creole.
Right. Like but you got some white in you. They gonna pull.
True.
They're gonna percentage that shit out.
But that was rape, though.
That's not funny.
But it's true.
But it's funny. The way she said it.
But it's rape, though. Like,
Yeah.
if it's rape, can I still be counted
And that's
out?
the funny thing is, like, you could file a claim and be like, we didn't want to be part
Yeah,
white.
I don't think I ever wanted to be
He
white.
forced the part white sperm in me.
Yeah.
So I'm black.
What?
I got student loans. Okay.
Speaking of other people in fucking jail, fucking Soulja Boy's in jail.
What did he do? I heard about
He
that.
had ammunition in his house. So
Oh, yeah. He's on parole, right?
yeah.
These niggas be on parole. Like, nigga, what? What does crime stop in your life?
But they be on parole because they don't want to go to jail. Like, that's the trade-off.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
well, they'll be like on probation. I think parole is when you get out of jail. So he was on. Let me just see.
What's I gonna have to ask?
Oh yeah, he violated his probation.
Why aren't we in jail? Like, what are these people doing that keep getting them in jail?
They're criminals.
Aren't we the same age as Soulja Boy? He's 28. I think he's 28 or 29.
I think we're the same age as him.
We're not getting arrested. What are they doing?
Well, he was getting investigated for those allegations that he had like tied that person, his ex-girlfriend, up in his closet. So they went to search his house or some shit, and then they found ammunition. Let me see how much they found, because it was like a ridiculous.
And they found guns too, right?
No, it was literally just ammunition. Yeah, they raided his house in February, and cops found ammunition during the search. Cops had initially gone there to investigate a claim by one of his ex-girlfriends that Soulja tied her up and held her captive in his garage. The ammunition turned out to be the start of Soulja's real troubles. Whatever. We don't need to read this. We know when you're on probation, you can't have fucking ammunition. You can't have fucking guns. You can't do shit that all these other criminals do. Yeah. Like, so he's in jail. And he served 40 days, and they're going to credit him his 40 days, but he has to serve a sentence of 240 days. Oh!
What?
And this nigga was falsifying records that he was doing community service, and he wasn't doing it. And so when they found out he wasn't doing it, he tried to falsify the records to say that he was doing community service, which he was not doing.
Y'all niggas are addicted to crime.
They just addicted to the easy way out.
Yeah.
That's literally all that is.
I know, but fucking Remy Ma, who's on parole, gonna punch somebody.
Okay. So, on to
some more bullshit.
Some more trifling ass fucking shit. So, I seen this shit floating around, and like maybe, I don't know when this came out, but the fucking game posted, if you not consistently fucking your man and he cheats, whose fault is it? I have no words.
I had to just breathe so I don't just go off on niggas, cause
like, how you gonna blame not getting
niggas are
fucked?
dumb as fuck.
Nigga, go jack off.
It is the man's fault that he cheats, you fucking genius. And it's the woman's choice to do with that information what she pleases.
And like honestly, if fucking is the only thing that's keeping you in a relationship, it's not a
You
relationship.
should not be together.
Like y'all just fucking at that point. Like it's literally nothing else.
Have you heard about building a friendship before the relationship?
Have you thought like hearing like your partner can be your best friend?
I truly believe like a ton of people cheat, so it's like my view on cheating in general is fucking different. But it's like, nigga. Like,
I'm never gonna blame myself for not fucking a nigga for him cheating. Like he literally chose to step out and cheat instead of telling me, "Hey, baby, look,
this is what I need.
You're not, you're not satisfying me. You need to do something to satisfy me. What can we do to accomplish this?" I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, well, I wasn't fucking him, so it makes sense why he fucked somebody else." No.
You know what I was thinking was, when I was driving here, I was like, I really don't like, because Lil Baby got caught because he was on live with his friend and his girlfriend was with him, and his friend was like, "Oh, are you with and he was like, no. And his girlfriend was like, "Is there something I don't know?" But I'm just like,
Didn't he just have a baby too?
Wow, I don't know.
Wow, bitch, I'm Lil Baby.
I have no idea. I don't care about these niggas.
Right.
The thing is, that annoys me about, if you date someone famous, I get truly frustrated when the woman gets mad when he cheats, or when she gets shocked. Shocked is a better word, because mad is like, okay, you're mad at him, he's stupid. But like when a woman gets shocked that a famous man cheated on her, it's like, you didn't hear of that comes with the territory.
But bitches think they're special. Like, did you see that thing I posted on my story? It was a YouTube video about this girl talking about how to get a player to fall for you.
Oh yeah, and I was like, I'm not watching this.
Why the fuck would, okay, like why would you want a player to fall for you? So he could cheat on you and you fucking subtweet about how this nigga ain't shit, but you still wanted him to call you, you still wanted him to come over, you still wanted him to do this, that, and the third for you, but you over here subtweeting, "Oh, niggas ain't shit, all niggas do is cheat."
And then if he's nice to you for 2 weeks, you give him another chance.
But it's like you knew this nigga was a player beforehand and you still pursued him. Like, you not special. You're not.
You're not to him. You special
No.
in God's eyes. But is he God?
No. But y'all be treating these niggas like they are.
Y'all be treating these niggas like they're this is the thing. This is one thing that I had to tap out of. This is why I'm saying it. People be treating these niggas like, this nigga, like, I need to be with him. I love him.
You don't.
If this man left your life and you never heard from him again, there's going to be another nigga that you like or love. Stop treating these niggas like they are the fucking end all be all.
Unless you engaged it.
Hey, like, it's just, but the one reason why I was like, I do not care to watch this video is because her tips are going to be obvious.
Right.
Be confident. Have your own life. Don't give him
Play
attention.
games with him.
It's the same shit.
Why?
Don't give him attention so that he's like, oh, why isn't she talking to me? Seem confident, seem like you have a great life so that he wants it. It's like,
that's stupid. Just go live your life, worry about your own, and if a nigga's meant to be in it, a nigga will be in it. And if he's not, he's not.
Don't worry about a nigga who ain't worried about you. Like,
no.
I know it's really hard for women to be alone, but I mean, man, once you learn to love being alone,
it's great.
That shit is a fucking gem. Another thing is, if you find yourself alone a lot, get another fucking job.
Find a hobby.
Find
Read
something
a
that
book.
Will consume time.
Go learn some shit.
Yeah.
Man, make a wig. Like, that shit's time consuming.
Do something that takes your time, because let me tell you, I have people that are my genuine friends that I still need to reply to just because I'm fucking busy. So stay fucking busy.
Right?
Like,
because Nina knows I don't be texting back.
Yeah.
And if I do text back, I'm short because I am busy.
Yeah. Like when she was texting me today, I said, oh, she got a day off.
Yeah, you were like, this is unusual.
She's
like,
off.
I was literally replying in time.
She's
that don't
home.
happen.
She's home.
Doesn't happen.
Like, no, like, it's just, I mean, I completely understand. It is all about self-esteem. Like,
yeah.
And that's something that just takes time. And I was telling Ashley before we started taping, it's like, it's funny how self-esteem turns out to just be your fucking self. It doesn't even turn out to be like, ooh, I'm popping, ooh, like, no.
It's like, I love me.
I'm myself, and I don't give a fuck about you. Ashley knows when I see someone who's fine, what do? Ignore the nigga, because I'm like, I don't need my time wasted. That's how I really view it.
Literally all they're going to do.
And that's how you catch a player.
Literally.
You ignore them. These niggas are players for a reason,
but
because people make them feel special.
Why you would want a player? Like, especially when it comes to the game. We've been known this nigga wasn't shit because he was fucking fucking India Love in the park when she was barely fucking 18.
Fuck, yeah.
This nigga's disgusting. Why would you even, like, because I'm pretty sure that people were taking like that post and being like writing serious in-depth comments about it. I don't have the time.
Who cares?
We grazed past that shit because that nigga's, he ain't shit.
Yeah.
He's not shit.
Why would you want to be with a player because you want to win? That's actually that's a reflection of your low self-esteem, that you care about winning. You care about other people's opinion. You know, like that's it. You can't want to be a player just because first of all, a player ain't even good. Like, you know, so you really want to be a player just to be seen.
I love me a low-key nigga.
You know, like that's shit. I don't like that shit. Like, I mean, let me just parlay this into like, I love Cardi B, but I'm a little irritated in her wanting to be seen part. Her paying attention to the negative comments so much that it's like, Cardi, there's so many people on your comments that say I love you and you don't reply to them, and that annoys me. I need you, like, Yeba Smith, the white girl who sings that soul shit. She sings like a black woman. Yeba, the white girl. Bitch, you don't know about fucking Yeba? No. God damn. No.
Just send me a song.
I'm just gonna pull up some fucking Yeba. Let me see. I'm like, there has to be. So Yeba, for you, some of you guys do know who Yeba is, because nigga, that's Yeba. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to find a good video. Oh, this is her just singing in a stairwell.
Oh, you sent me this. Okay.
So the crazy story about her, she actually went to a music college, and they were like, you're not good enough. We don't need. And it's like,
fuck you.
This bitch is winning awards.
That's why you always have to have self-esteem and fucking confidence. Because imagine if she didn't have self-esteem and confidence when that shit happened, she would have gave up. She would have gave up. You know what? I'm not shit. You right. Maybe I should just go to college, get a degree I'm not going to use like everybody else, rack up the debt, you know, and just go work that 9 to 5, be normal. Yeah. But did this bitch do that? No. Nah.
And you know why I bring her up is because in all her posts, she talks about how people told her she wasn't shit, she wasn't gonna be this, she wasn't, and where it actually fucked with her self-esteem, but she just kept working. Yeah. She just worked. She just had low self-esteem, just worked. Like, this is what I believe I should be doing. Now she's winning major awards. I think she won something huge. Like, let me see. It says it right there. She won a Grammy. She just won.
That's top of the line.
Yeah, she just won a fucking Grammy.
Who is you, girl?
Charlamagne the God just posted her like, y'all need to get on this Yeba. Like, just get on Yeba. And she commented on Charlamagne like, thank you so much. Like, you know, da, 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 da. And so a ton of people like under her comments were like, I love you, Yeba. I love you. So I commented on there. I was like, you deserve everything good that's coming to you. Yeah. And she liked it.
Don't you love when that happens?
But that's the thing, is like, she's doing the opposite of Cardi. Because there's some people in there like, I don't feel it. I don't see it. Like, there were the comments in there. She liked everyone that I watched. She liked everyone that was like, girl, you're so good. You're so da-da-da-da-da-da. That's my point. Is not that she liked my shit. She's paying attention to the people who are showing her love. Where it's like, Cardi, you have so many people showing you love and you are not commenting back to them.
It's like every post she makes and like every time, like, it's her being loud and like,
yes, y'all always say that.
I'm just a loud black girl and y'all don't listen to me.
Y'all talking shit.
And it's like,
you only. So the thing is, you're only talking to the people talking shit to you, which is telling them, she saw it. Let me keep doing it.
Right. And it's like, if you're where you're at and you're still winning awards, you're still going on tours, you're still breaking records, you're still booking all of these things, why aren't you seeing that that's coming from a larger amount of people supporting you than the smaller amount of people that are talking shit?
And then she posts this picture. But
this fucking picture, now y'all photoshopping it even more, like, oh, Cardi pussy. First of all, that ain't my pussy. My pussy right
She's
here.
She's naked online,
showing her ass,
showing her pussy and touching her pussy.
That's just my ass. You know when you got a fat ass? That shit gets fat right there. This part right here, this the part that gives the dick comfort.
I hate listening to this because of that.
There's the part that, like, when you go
she
like
needs therapy.
I'm fucking over
She needs therapy because, like,
she needs fucking college courses.
Because I feel like she focuses on sex way too much and she's way too sexual. I understand that she used to be a stripper and I understand that she is very sexy. I'm not going to take that away from her. But
I think she had sex young.
She probably did.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like it's too much of her identity because like, it's like whenever she's explaining something or whenever she says something, she's like, yeah, I just want to get fucked right now. Like, I need to get fucked right now. Oh my God, I miss Offset and I miss his dick. His dick is big and heavy. Like, I miss his dick. Like, all right, sis, like, we all love sex, but it's like, it doesn't have to be at the forefront of every single conversation. And you don't have to allude to sexuality or sex or anything like that at every point in the conversation.
Yeah. And on the read, like, we all love Cardi.
I love her, but she has some faults. She has some major fucking faults.
In the read, they show their love for her, but they always go back to the fact that Cardi keeps putting herself in these holes. Like when they found that video of her talking about she used to drug niggas. And and the thing is, they prophesy. So a lot of shit they say actually does happen. And it's like, they're like, we don't need, like, basically they're saying, like, we don't need to tear Cardi down. She's going to fuck it up herself. Yeah. She runs her mouth so much.
And that's why you said she's going to self-destruct. And I'm
she's going to self-destruct. And she has so much money now that I actually don't care if she does. She set herself up. Her daughter,
she has a line.
Good. Her husband, if she self-destructs, her husband's still making money,
Yeah, he don't say shit. You notice the Migos don't do any type of interviews.
Yeah, they don't do interviews. They don't trust nobody.
Because it's like, I was talking to Mike Cameron at the gym one day, and we were like, some people do not understand the power of shutting the fuck up. Like, I understand we have a podcast, and like, it kind of like, it's like a contradiction, but like sometimes, and with some things, you just need to know when to shut the fuck up, because it saves so much fucking trouble if you just shut your fucking mouth. Yeah. Like, that's really all you have to do sometimes. Yeah. That's why Drake don't say shit. He don't do interviews. Like, about the only Beyonce don't do interviews unless she fucking producing it. Right. Like, Jay-Z, he does interviews with people that have a good track record,
top
who are
notch.
Like, have the notoriety to even be like in the same space as him.
Right.
Like,
right.
So it's just like, I feel like this bitch needs a mentor so that she could know how to do things and like know how to carry herself and not say things that will come back later and bite her in the ass, because that's literally all that keeps happening to her.
It's tiring.
And it's tiring too. Like, I understand she got over like Offset being ready to cheat and Offset cheating, but it's like, we have lost respect for this nigga. Like, we lost respect for Jay-Z when we find out he was cheating on Beyonce. Like, it's like, I don't want to hear about you loving this nigga and like, oh babe, like, thanks for always uplifting me, supporting. Like, cool. Like,
yeah, he got to fuck a couple people while you were married, and that's why.
And I saw people like posting them like, oh, goals, like couple goals. Really?
That's not a fucking
That's
goal.
not a goal of mine.
A goal of mine is low-key Sierra and Russell Wilson.
Right? Them and that Christian
hood. They waited till marriage to have sex.
Fuck that.
And then this nigga became the highest paid football player. He gave scholarships to all of Future's children.
All of them?
Yep.
Oh, that's why that nigga hate Future. And that's why he said, I feel like that nigga does whatever Sierra tells him to do. Well, first of all, that's his fucking wife. Yeah, he might be doing some of this shit.
That's why his music coming out is trash. He needs to go to fucking rehab.
Because he's on drugs.
I only listen to his shit when it first comes out, because it's the only time it sounds good when you never heard it before.
Yeah.
Future's
or when you need to go hard in the gym, he be having beats. Like,
he be having the beats for some reps. He really does have good rep music.
I literally like listen to him in the gym.
My bitch, find on a bitch, we fuck all
cut my
together
wrist.
Tomorrow.
Cut on my wrist.
Right? The nigga really has good rep music. Like, but he's so stupid.
It.
He does whatever Sierra says. No.
Maybe.
Sierra tells him something and he agrees or disagrees.
Because he understands that she has made a conscious decision to tell him this at that point.
And Future doesn't realize that women usually are the heads of their household.
Yeah.
It's just that the man empowers the woman to be the brain. People like, come on, you got.
It's a partnership. Like, and that's why, like, after getting engaged to, like, I've been telling, like, people were asking me stuff, and I was like, look, like, me and my boyfriend's relationship, it's not, we're not traditional like that. Like, it's not like the traditional roles in the relationship. Like, and I was like, honestly, I might let him plan a lot of the wedding, like, because we don't really like vibe like that. Like, we're not on that, oh my God, I've been thinking about my wedding for forever. No. Like, it's like, now that I'm engaged, I'm like, damn, I gotta think about a wedding. Like, I wasn't thinking about this shit my whole fucking life.
Yeah, right?
I don't know. People is weird. People like.
Some people really do plan their whole wedding
before they even got a nigga.
We were talking about this when we went out to eat before taping, and I was like, damn, the only thing I haven't even thought about rings until Ashley showed me rings like months ago when they were discussing rings. Like, that was my first time thinking about rings. Other than that, I've only thought about my dress. it might be because I like clothes. You know, because I'm like,
It could be.
That's the only
Shit.
thing I've ever thought. I've never thought about a venue. Never thought about how many bridesmaids. I've never thought about how many people. I've never thought about the food. I've never thought about. I mean, I thought about the honeymoon only because I want to go to Jamaica.
Yeah, but
like, you know, like
vacations.
I haven't even thought about the honeymoon. I've just thought about, hey, I want to go to Jamaica. Let's do that then. Like, you know, like, and I'm single, which means I'm definitely touching Jamaica before I get married.
Yeah.
Like,
and you already went there.
I went to the Bahamas. So it was like, there's multiple
right
islands.
by it.
Yeah. So it's like, what was that shit called? I forgot what it was called. But it's very close. It was closer to Miami where I went to the Bahamas. It's like Jamaica is like further out. You have to like travel. It costs way more to,
Yep, of course, because it's all isolated and shit.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, life is interesting.
Hey everyone, interrupting the conversation very quickly to bring you a Black Business of the Week. So this week we bring you Touch Body Works. You can find them on Instagram at touch_body_works, or you can find them on their website, which is www.evoketouch.com/. So this is a skincare line made by Black people for Black people. So we know how we care about our lotions, our body butters, our creams, everything that you could think you could use on your skin, they have it. They have body oil, they have clay mask, they have body lotion, and they even have coconut and shea butter, strengthening butter for your hair.
Okay.
Ooh, I need the transition because I've been looking for a Black hair care line. And you could also, they have beard balm. Getting that from my mans. They have champagne body lotion. A bitch loves champagne. Let me see what's on this second page right here.
Like grape body oil fermented.
Right? I'm trying to get some of that beard butter. So they say at the bottom of their page is, as you trust us for your natural product needs, we must give you a promise. Our word is our bond. We promise to only provide you with the best hair care and skincare. We promise to never use harmful or synthetic ingredients, fragrances, colors, or preservatives. We promise to always use the finest quality ingredients that are sustainably sourced and environmentally safe. Go off. We promise to remain a cruelty-free company and never test on animals or suppliers or use suppliers that do not align with our moral standards. So not only are they vegan without saying that they're vegan, but they give you a promise that everything's going to be natural. It's not going to have harmful products in it, and nothing better than having a lotion made for Black people, or a hair care product made by Black people for Black people, and you know that for a fact. So if you'd like to find them, visit their website, which is evoketouch.com, or you can visit them on Instagram at touch_body_works. So be sure to check them out and let us know what you think.
Support Black business.
Yeah, back to the conversation.
But according to a recent study, couples who live together before marriage are 50% more likely to get divorced.
Wow. I thought that
Is it
was
smart
opposite.
to live together before marriage?
I
These
think
articles
it
are
is
full of
smart.
shit.
I don't know about that percentage. I don't know who they were polling, but I think it is smart. My husband and I lived together when we were engaged, okay? And we learned a lot about each other in that year. Stuff that is not a big deal, that should never be a deal breaker.
Yeah, you guys
and
were
I actually
only 3
think we
months
learned a
before you
lot
got
about each other,
engaged.
and it made getting married and coming home after the honeymoon, it felt like really comfortable for me. Because I knew that.
I think no, you should no.
Really?
These all Black bitches.
No, I was with
ancient
someone
to me.
for a long time and living with them and thinking that it would grow into something that we're going to finally get married. And it didn't happen after 6 years of being with someone.
Because you were
but weren't already
stupid.
engaged, though.
No, we were gonna be engaged, but it never
quite got
happened.
there.
So he
I'm
played you
waiting
and was fucking other
when I
bitches.
should have just let
The
his
fuck?
butt go because my husband was waiting somewhere around there. You know, I guess
Your example is not
you're
solid.
sitting there waiting for someone who
Wait till
is
you
not
stop
ready.
here,
After
Steve
2
Harvey.
years, I think that should be it.
But I think
what
the
is the
mistake you made,
incentive?
you didn't have a date set.
I had a lot of dates set.
In your mind.
In
Right.
your mind, yeah, bitch.
No, I said it to him. I want after a year and a half, I want to be engaged. I want to get married.
And you waited 6, you stupid broad.
See, I was already in there, so there you go. Don't do it.
And when you are cohabitating with somebody, you are essentially playing the role of a wife for free.
Like, why should he have an effort to make you his wife when you cooking, when you cleaning?
Because you have conversations and you don't let this nigga run you like this nigga ran you for 6 years.
You know, I agree.
Fucking
I
stupid
lived with
bitch.
a person before I married him before. That was a mistake. I didn't live with Marjorie before.
You cheated
And
on
I'm
your
on-
wife
I'm
to
on
get
my
with
third
Marjorie, you
marriage.
stupid
And I
nigga.
didn't live with my original wife before.
My
I would
original
recommend
wife, Jesus.
not living together.
Yes.
From what I've learned. Now, even though I've lived together, I won't let my daughters. Oh, and they have come in the house with these wonderful ideas. 2 of my daughters are married. 1 of them's engaged. But you're not getting this milk free without purchasing the cow.
I don't like the word cow.
You're
I'm not
getting
enjoying that anymore.
I'm not an animal.
I'm not a
Now,
fucking,
it
I'm
can
I'm a whole person. And I'm
I
actually
just
your
wouldn't
friend.
let my daughters do it.
You know,
because
like,
I put
you ain't friends with no
the
cow.
onus, the burden of proof on the guy who came and asked me for my daughter's hand. Because all of them have asked me.
Well,
And I
damn.
done gave away 3 girls. Let me tell you the saying
Yeah,
that
I
I've
see
taught
how you
all of my daughters. You have to let a man
Gave
see what
permission.
he can get, but you have to make him imagine what he can have.
Oh, that's good. I need a
That's all.
pen. I need to write that down.
That's archaic, my
I'm gonna
nigga.
let you see. I'm gonna let you see what you can get. I'm gonna show you some things. But I'm gonna make you imagine what it's like to have it at all times, to belong to you. That's when you lock a man in. Because if he wanna have it, then he gotta do something else.
Yes.
And all women have that right to do that. Women don't understand the power that you actually have. You control this entire situation.
Yes.
You just don't know you do. You stop giving yourself away. You are the prize. The man is not the prize.
Yes, he
He
is.
That's so much to fucking say.
We both are.
Right.
You like that video? There's more where that came.
No, I don't.
This nigga has been married 3 times.
Right. Why the fuck do
3.
you think you know? Let me, I had so much to say about that.
This was from April 2nd, 2018, but it resurfaced. And I'm just like, I'm pretty sure you still feel this way, Steve Harvey.
We talked about at the beginning of this podcast, like, it has a lot to do with self-esteem. That girl talking about, oh, I told him after a year and a half I want to be engaged, but you stayed for 6,
You're dumb.
not even double the time, which would have been 3, and didn't say, okay, you ain't give me what I got. Let me, like, not speaking on you, but in Ashley's situation, I was aware that they talked about it. And so it's different when you have an active conversation where you know, if shit goes this way, this is going to happen. If shit goes this way, this is going to happen. He's talking like, oh, I'm with a man and we like each other and we don't fucking communicate about what the fuck we want. No, if I'm living with a man, trust and believe we are best friends.
And he knows that we are going towards marriage. If you believe
he
in
is
that.
fully aware, not because you gave him hints, because you have spoken clearly about it. And because that's why I always say we are best friends. Like, we are best friends if we're living together.
Yep.
For sure. We are best friends. I will not live with, I'm okay.
Like, me and Rashad, we can read each other's minds. Like,
Yeah.
we'll be doing something, and he'll be like, yeah, and I'll be like, no, we already did that already. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we will literally be talking about the same thing without even having to, like, fucking talk about it, because we have built that relationship. And, like, that's what I was saying at the I think I said this on here. I was getting mad at people saying, oh, you guys are finally engaged. Look. There is no time limit on how long you should be together before you get engaged. Yes, I do fear for those people that spend a shorter amount of time together before they are engaged, because you guys
don't
don't
know
really
this
do a
nigga.
lot of growing together.
Yeah.
Just in my personal opinion and from my personal experience. So the fact that we're going to be together 6 years coming up in June is perfectly fine for me.
Right.
Because we needed to grow up, we needed to learn each other, and we needed to just grow together. Like, I couldn't see ourselves being engaged after 3 years. If we got engaged after 3 years, we never would have gotten married. Like, it just would not have happened. And I also don't like you said, being compared to a fucking cow. And I saw this in the comments. Somebody said you can still get the milk from the cow without having to live with it. Like,
Right.
So this whole, you ain't gonna be getting this cow's milk for free. Do not compare me to a fucking animal.
Are you
that
talking
cannot
to a cow?
speak.
Are you best friends with a cow? No, you eating a fucking cow.
You're eating a cow and using it for its goods and resources. Like, you're not fucking valuing that fucking
So
cow.
you're saying you're using a woman for her goods and resources? That's a trifling ass nigga. Like, there's a lot of women who literally don't have the self-esteem enough to be like, this is the strong black woman mentality that they say fucks us over, that keeps us single for so long, is because I'm in a position now that where I've been through so much. I've seen so much, like, that I'm not willing to deal with so much bullshit to where it's like, I'm not about to be sitting there with a man like, oh, I fucking wonder. Oh, maybe he will.
I hope he does.
I hope he
I wish.
No, nigga, we're not. If I ever am questioning shit, it ain't working.
Exactly.
Period. If we talk about it and we're not on the same page, we ain't it. It ain't happening.
And then the whole like living together thing, I honestly feel like you should live together before you get married. Like,
that study they read is wrong. There's a study that says if you live together before marriage, you stay together.
And that's why millennials, like we read that article on here, how millennials are reducing the divorce rate because they're cohabitating before they are married.
Yes.
And they're finding out if they could really spend time with this person. And that's why Nina was saying you have to be best friends with them. I don't buy that whole bullshit of these females talking about your man shouldn't be your best friend. Your man should be your man.
What the fuck?
That
sounds stupid as hell.
The fuck does that mean? Like, how are y'all gonna have conversations? How are y'all gonna get along? How are you going to understand the triggers that person has? How are you just gonna understand what satisfies that person if they're just your fucking man? Because like, and when I think about Rashad being my man, it's just like, oh, he fucks me. Like,
and gives me kisses
and
cuddles.
I mean, he might pick up the tab a lot of the time. Like, that's all, like, literally that's all I associate with him being my man. Now, when it comes to him like being my partner, it's like he's my best friend. We could spend all day together and not get tired of each other. We could laugh at everything and anything. We know when we're getting on each other's nerves and we need to back off. Just like with Nina. I know when I'm getting on her nerves. She know when she get on mine. Like, you have to have that level of friendship with your partner. You can't just think of your partner as just your fucking man.
Yes.
Like,
that's crazy. Like, when I talk, I realize I am really talking to women because it's like men don't have this issue. Men pick and choose. Oh, I like her for this much. I like her, but I mean, this girl's cool too. So I'm not about to tell her, even though she thinks we're serious. I'm about to start fucking with this girl too. I'm sorry that we cuss too much, but it's like, women like. There's a point where you have to realize you shouldn't even be dating if your self-esteem isn't there. Yeah. Women are taking aback men who treated them like shit just because they can't be alone.
And because they want to win.
They want to
be the one like, well, in the end of it all, who got the ring?
He chose me.
Who got him?
I've made that mistake. It's not fucking worth it. How about you be single until you meet a man who is obsessed with you? And I don't mean in a crazy way. I mean in the like, oh my God, we're so like
he wants to do anything
he's
to make
like,
you happy.
I want to be with a guy who I'll be like, my nigga. And he's not looking at me like, why the fuck she called me my nigga? He's just like, oh, what's up?
What's up,
like,
my nigga?
Yeah, he's just like, what's good? Okay, That's the type of relationship you should have. Obviously, sex is going to be included in that. You do want your sex life to be good. But you should not be chasing a nigga. Like, there's a difference between, like, working shit out. That's fine. But chasing a nigga who isn't checking up on you and seeing if you're okay, who isn't calling you to see how your day's been going,
or doesn't respect what you have said to him. Like that girl who was like, that woman, I guess I could call her a grown ass.
She was over 30, clearly. 30-ish.
Stayed with this man for 6 years after she told him in 2 years I would like to be engaged. And
in a year and a half.
Like, because I definitely had that talk with Rashad, like, yo, in this time frame, I would like to be engaged. Like, you know? And, of course, a small part of me thought it wasn't happening because it wasn't happening exactly in my time frame. But I calmed myself down and I was patient. And I was literally one day away from, like, having that talk with him. And then he proposed to me. So it's like, if that nigga is not respecting what you have told to him, then get out. It's not the living together that fucks things up. It's what you settle with. If you're settling with the disrespect, that nigga's gonna continue to fucking do it.
Yes.
It's simple.
And it's like people forget that you used to like, if you have dated more than one person, yes, I know there's some people out there who've only dated one person. I'm talking about people who have dated, people here and there. You were in love with one person at one time and it did not work out. Mm-hmm. Years passed and you got with someone else. You spent time with them and you got in a relationship and you were in love with them at one point in time. Shit did not work out over an amount of time and then more time passed and you met another person. And I'm not talking about 1 year, 2 years, 3. I'm talking about 3 years. Then 3 years passed.
But
then
some people be like every 6 months.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's people like that. And those people like that, first of all, one, they're not serious about relationships.
They're lonely.
They don't have the self-esteem to be alone.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it took a long time for me to be able to deal with being alone. But I tell Ashley this all the time. I'm not who the person I want wants. And I don't mean that in a low self-esteem way. I'm telling I need to work on myself and build myself so that the person I want sees me as a person I would want them to see me as. Not me pretending. Me being the secured, not even just financially, but financially secured, emotionally secured, mentally secured, intelligently.
Self-confidence.
Everything. The bag is secured. You know,
the
I
whole
want
bag,
that
not
because I'm
just
not trying
part
to
of
fuck
it.
around in some stupid ass marriage where we're having all these fucking problems. And when this nigga cheats, it's a fucking, like, honestly, I always say this. God forbid I do not want a man who cheats on me, but I want a situation where if a man cheats, I'm like, I fuck with this nigga heavy. He loves me. We are family. We're going to work this out.
Like, let's understand this.
And that's more in marriage. When it's in a relationship, I'm less tolerant.
If it's in a relationship, peace.
I'm way less tolerant in a relationship. I'm talking about marriage, where it's like, I need to be in a marriage with someone where if they cheated, we break it down. We go to therapy and he's like, okay, we're going to therapy. Yeah. I don't need no niggas like, oh, fuck with therapy. I don't do that. We are not a match.
That's a little boy. That's
a
little boy. And it's like, I feel like this just comes down to women thinking that they're special enough to change a nigga. Like AJ said this on one of the oldest episodes. Like, the older people get, the more of themselves they become.
Yes.
Which I actually agree with.
It is so true.
It's like the older you get, the more comfortable you are in your habits and the less willing you are to break them, and the more willing you are to make up excuses as to why you are the way that you are. Mm-hmm. So if you're with this person for this certain amount of time and you notice they have these tendencies and these behaviors and just characteristics that you don't like, and you brush them off and be like, oh, well, you know, he loves me, he'll change.
He hangs out with me though, but he fucks me though.
No.
But he texts me every once in a while, and I don't have any guys
he'll pay my
texting
bills.
Me. Girl, I know that there's like, I am literally right now like expressing the like strong black women thing, and it's like, black women don't get married for these reasons, and this is why niggas don't, because women are trying to be too strong. It's like, no, trust me. If you meet a nigga who is strong enough to fuck with you, that's your nigga right there.
Yeah.
You don't need no weak-minded ass nigga.
And that comes down to like, do not make yourself smaller for a nigga. Do not ever, ever, ever make yourself smaller for the comfort of somebody else.
Yes.
It doesn't even have to be a dude. No matter what situation you're in, do not make yourself smaller to make somebody else feel comfortable. Oh, girl that was living with dude for 6 fucking years made herself smaller. Very small. Reduced the level of respect that she had for herself and her word, just for the satisfaction of him, hoping and wishing on a prayer that one day it's like, oh, well, one day. But look, if
you
that
lost 6 years,
nigga, if me and Rashad had reached a certain amount of time, I'm like,
we ain't doing it.
Yeah. You
would have had that final talk because you would have talked to him.
Oh, I definitely would have, because I'm vocal about my shit.
You know, like, and that's the thing. And it's, I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't compromise. I'm also not trying to say that you shouldn't work things out.
Because that's what relationships are.
You need to be with someone where you're like, hey, we need to talk.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, let's sit down. Let's work it out. Okay, this is my side. This is my side. And then if you guys really can't work it out, say, okay, you know, I still love you though. Maybe we should get a mediator. You need a man who is like, okay, we aren't
my sister had mediated for me and Rashad one time.
and she's engaged.
It's really funny.
So it's like, that's literally like, it's what you're supposed to do. Like, you're not supposed to be, first of all, you're not in a fucking fairy tale.
No.
And I say this because these are things that I have done. So don't expect
me
things
too. I have literally changed the person that I am for a nigga. And it's like, after that, I was like, never again. Because this is some bullshit. Like, this nigga didn't even care about all this shit I did for him. Yeah. Like, I literally changed so many things about myself, dumbed myself down so much, wasted fucking money,
time,
all for a nigga.
Fucked up grades.
Definitely.
I fucked up my grades over a trash ass nigga just because he was around.
Yep. Got into it with my parents for a trash ass fucking nigga that was not shit, didn't respect me, and ended up showing his true colors in the end. And it's like, wow, I really sacrificed so much of myself for this dude that had no respect for me. Yeah. And it's just like, why would you do that?
We get heated because it's like, we are sick of seeing women go through this. We are not judging women.
No.
We are sick of seeing women go through this. With this being said, I have so many guy friends. They know how much I love them. I appreciate all of them. They're so great to me. They have shown me, and I have told them, they have shown me what to look for in a man. They have shown me how to be a better future mother. Mm-hmm. They have shown me so many good things. But it's like, I know that I have not met that person yet. So I know that I need to, okay, do me. I'm working 7 days a week, and I know that's kind of hard with dating people. I will easily make time for someone who's worth my time. And there's a lot of niggas out there that will waste your motherfucking time. And keep your fucking eye out for them niggas who will waste your time.
Do. And don't be playing house to a nigga that's not gonna play house back. Because one of the women were saying, like, don't be cooking, cleaning, basically playing house.
Got me fucked up.
And, like, I'll admit, like, for a small part of me thought that, like, how, like, oh, like, I try to make sure everything's clean, like, especially if I have a day off of work, like, I'm gonna make sure the house is clean, I'm gonna do our laundry, like, I'm gonna wash the dishes, he gonna have food when he get home. But it's like, I knew that eventually we would be getting engaged. So it's like, I'm not really playing house to a nigga that's not going to play it back, because Rashad does his part too. Like, sometimes, like, we'll leave a mess at night and I'll come down here in the morning when I don't have work, and this nigga cleans it up before he goes to work. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. Yeah. But if you literally are taking care of a nigga and y'all live together and he ain't doing shit but helping pay his part of the rent, that's a problem. And you need to communicate those things. So if you feel like he's not matching your energy, tell him. Yeah. And, like, I feel like that's where a lot of women fall off, because especially as black women, you don't want to come off as the angry black woman and seem like you're always complaining and you're never satisfied. It's like, sometimes your complaints are valid. So if you have a valid complaint, express it. And if you're with somebody who's mature enough to respect you and match your energy, they'll either tell you, like, yes, I understand your complaint, or maybe you're overreacting just a little bit. Right. And he's allowed to say that. Yes, that's honestly okay. Like, my dude tell me I be overreacting, and I don't see it then, but later on I'll be like, you know what, you a little bit right. Yeah. And so it's just like, you have to be able to practice humility. You have to be able to remain humble. Right. You have to have respect. Right. You have to
for them and yourself.
Yes, you have to have patience. And then you just have to have faith. Like, you have to have faith that you chose a partner that is going to respect your wishes.
Yeah. And me and Ashley are Christians, so it's also like, we talk to God so frequently, and we talk about this week, like, we're going to keep God in our conversations just, like, casual, like, because he is behind everything that's going on.
I talk about him every day.
Yeah, right. We talk to him so many times. Every day. Talk to him and talk about him so many times a day. And, you know, so it's like, we also believe that it's like, you need to put it to God. Don't be putting it in your own hands where you're like, no. Okay, so all I need to do is then let me just do this for him, and it's gonna make him da-da-da. No, if you got to do all this and you got to plot and plan and da-da-da-da, he wasn't meant for you, and you are pushing it. Yeah. You shouldn't be forcing shit. Nope. You know, for real. Even if you meet a man who treats you so good to where you're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, don't be sitting there being oblivious. There's a lot of women who are like, I'm not finna ask no questions. It's women that ask questions are the ones, because he's gonna start fucking around on you because you don't ask any questions. You're allowed to require a man to respect you.
You are.
You know, like, you are allowed to love yourself. You know, all of these things are fundamentally loving yourself.
And you're allowed to want your relationship to have, like, certain standards. Like,
right.
I know Rashad. He calls me every day at his lunch break. That's just something that we have.
That's
like,
nice.
When he's on lunch, I expect a phone call. If I don't get one, I'm like, oh, maybe he's having an extra busy day today. But guess what? I get one by 3:00. So it's like, we have our routine that we have to make sure that, like, we're checking in with one another. We know where one another is at. Like, I can't imagine not knowing where my nigga is. Like, that's just weird to me. Yeah. And then it's kind of weird to me that people don't know what their intentions of their partner are. Like, if you're with somebody, especially if you're living with them, you should know their intentions. Yeah. If you believe in marriage, you should know that that person is going to take that step with you. And it's just like, that lady may have had that conversation with him, but we don't know how that resonated with him. Yeah. We don't know at all. Like, he could have taken that shit with a grain of salt and not taken it seriously at all.
Even if it hit 1.5 years and that was her point, once it hit 2 years, she should have sat him down and be like, so
let's talk again.
I wanted this in 1.5 years and 2 years have passed. So what's happening now?
Yeah, what's good?
And he could, like, he played her. She looked, watching the video, she had a face of someone who looked like she didn't have self-esteem in the time that shit was happening. You know, so I mean, we could really go on about this forever, to be completely honest, but it's just like, we really just want women to love themselves
and stop making themselves small. Yeah. Just because they want a dude to feel like they're special. And marry them. And like, stop basing your life on marriage. Like,
stop basing your life on a nigga.
Please. Like, there are things outside of that you can
What
have.
about your goals? What education do you want to receive? What career goals do you want to hit? What steps does it take to reach that goal? Because everyone that's close to me knows the steps that I literally have to take right now to get to where I want it. And it's years down the line. But it's like, what do you need to do? Are you working to become a housewife?
Yeah, like, that's your goal.
Work towards something. Be something. You can.
Like, I understand, like, some people are like, yeah, I'd be fine being a housewife, which is totally okay.
Right, yes.
But it's just like,
you ain't one now,
yeah,
so what are you doing?
Yeah, like, what if that doesn't happen? What if you don't marry a man that's capable of allowing you to be a housewife? What are you going to do? You would literally have no backup plan. You're literally vesting your entire worth in finding a man that will marry you and be rich enough to let you be a stay-at-home wife.
And then you be crushed. You fall in love with a nigga who you need to match his income.
Yep.
Don't waste your time.
Yep.
Love yourself.
Please. Have goals. Be ambitious.
Yes.
Don't make yourself small.
Right.
Please.
Yes.
Please, please, please.
That.
And communicate.
Yes.
That's one thing that we are severely lacking. But that's one thing, like, Rashad and I have been working on. And, like, even just, like, living together, I feel like that has made that become better. Just because it's, like, he'll be cranky some days or something. And it's just, like, I'll give him his space. Like, I'll know when not to talk to him. And I'll know when he's in a space for me to be like, oh, well, now I could talk to you, see what's wrong. Like, what happened in your day? Like, why are you feeling like this? So, like, living together is important. It's very important to me. And I know before I didn't feel this way because, like, I was going off my parents' values. But that's why I was saying when somebody told me, like, oh, finally he bought the cow. Somebody literally told me this.
That's crazy.
Somebody said this to me, to my face, with a straight face. Oh, he finally bought the cow. It's just like, and I told her, like, well, we needed to grow up. We needed to mature. Like, we really needed to figure out who we were and what we wanted out of a relationship and how we were going to lead our relationship before we even made this step. So, like, next person who fucking says that finally shit to me, expect for me to be rude. Because, like, I've been nice about it. Because, like, yeah, 6 years is a long time, whatever. But in the eyes of eternity, it's not.
Yeah, next time someone says finally, be like, yeah, I wasn't one of those basic bitches that got played.
And I didn't base my whole fucking life around marriage.
Right. That's even a good response. Like, yeah,
that's not my being. That's not my identity. Being married is not my identity. I am me first, and then a fucking fiance, and then a wife later.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, let's do look at God before we, like, cuss somebody
I
out.
know, right? Because I was about to punch a bitch in the face like Remy Ma for fucking not loving herself. My look at God. Oh my God. Okay, so me and Ashley have had a fucking amazing fucking week. Like,
and they just keep getting better.
Yeah,
I mean, feel like we say that. Oh, the week was amazing.
It's like, it's just so much shit has happened. Like, I'm just like, me and Ashley have been through the roof. We send each other like psychotic memes because we're just like, I can't explain how happy I am. Like, okay, so I just found the apartment I'm going to be moving into. That shit's fucking gorgeous. Ashley's going to see it this weekend when I go pick up my keys. You know, it just has everything that I need. I am, you know, like, and security wise, I like the whole security system.
Nina
obviously,
needs security.
You know, because I'm a paranoid ass bitch, you know, and like God is with me and he's always protecting me. But, you know, you always got to be safe here on earth where the devil lives.
You can't
you
be
know?
a dumb bitch taking shit for
Exactly.
granted.
So it's like I found my apartment. I'm so excited. I'm about to move. It's gorgeous. I'll like put it on our Instagram story at some point. Like, but I won't show the whole thing so niggas can't map out
her shit and come fucking snatch a bitch.
I'm just gonna show y'all the kitchen because my kitchen is fucking lit.
Bitches got islands.
Nigga, right?
We got islands.
Bitches got islands in our apartments and shit, you know? And so it's like an independent thing. I feel great about it. The other thing that I told Ashley about, it was like, it was so weird going from a period of like working in biochemistry where I was like, I fucking hate my life and I hate this job and I want to cry every day and I'm fucking miserable, and like to just job hunting, applying in that period of that episode where I was like, oh, I got my first finance job, to where it's like, I have so many jobs right now. Technically,
you have a lot.
I have 3, 4, including the podcast.
Yeah, we actually have to include this as a job. It takes
we
a lot
spend
of our
so much time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I technically have literally three jobs
I'm 3 jobs too.
I'm actively going to go to them at the same time. I'm going to make it work. And I sat in my car and every day I open my notes and say, how the fuck am I going to do this? And it's not about, you need to figure it the fuck out. Like this, I mean, like, I don't know how to be more like, you just gotta work it out. No, figure it out. Because right now is our time to be saving money. Right now is our time to be investing in ourselves. Right now is time to be paying down debt.
Time to be growing.
Yeah, it's time to be grown. Trying to make better plans for ourselves and stuff like that. So it's like, and it's crazy because even though I have 3 right now, it's like gonna parlay into more. There's even more opportunities that I found out that I told Ashley about today, where it's like I can get another master's degree and a teaching credential while still getting paid, because the school that I'm actually working for right now would take me on as a full-time teacher. Basically, I went from being like, oh, where am I going to work 5 days out of the week to being like, I have a job
not gonna work
7 days out of the week for the next couple of years. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to figure it out, because I'm not going to sit here and be complaining about being tired. I quit smoking to have energy. And that's the type of sacrifice you might have to make, because I would try to smoke to be like, oh, let me wind down, muscle relax. I was tired the next day.
Yeah.
And quitting smoking was freakishly easy too. That was really weird how easy it was.
I mean, it's never been hard.
I don't
think I've ever struggled.
Remember, I've always told you I don't have a reason to quit. That's why I'm not quitting. And then
that's the only reason why. Because like, if you don't have a reason, there's really no reason.
There's no reason to quit other than
I stopped for drug tests.
Yeah, and see, I never even stopped for drug tests. I'll just buy pee online. Fucking pass the test twice.
That was too scary.
Man, nigga, that shit easy. But it's just like I feel so secure, because it's like, no matter where shit turns, I know I'm really good at the restaurant. I'm not going to get fired. I would literally have to do some illegal shit to get fired, you know? Same thing where it's like the schools. I would have to do illegal shit to get fired. Even if one school didn't take me, I have another school. I literally am hired by 2 schools. You know, not only am I hired by 2 schools, I'm hired by a restaurant. Not only am I hired by 2 schools, I'm hired by a restaurant and a bank. And then I have this podcast here. You know, so it's like, I feel blessed, because it's like, I'm not sitting around wondering where my money's going to come from anymore. And there's periods where it's like, not that I feel broke. I just want to know where my money is going to come from and how much is it going to be. And I'm happy with where I am. Also, because it's providing me experience for my later opportunities. So it makes me really, really, really happy. Really quickly, it was look at God, because I had another interview today for a job that I don't even want anymore, because I don't have anywhere to place it. So I had another interview. I walked in the interview, and within the first minute, he said, you are overqualified. Like, he was like, this is not a job for you. He was like, this is not an MBA at Pepperdine job. Like, he literally said that. And I was like, going to school for the name worked. But this guy, he basically, for long story short, he's a white guy. He basically reiterated, without knowing that he was reiterating, that all his opportunities came from him being white. And he didn't, obviously he would never say that, but the words coming out of his mouth, I was like, oh, it's because you're white. Yeah. He graduated from school, and he said, oh, your dad, his friend, your dad works for this company. Can you ask him if I can get a job? The boy walked up to his dad, and he got his first job, and now he's a president of a department.
It's white bullshit.
It's some white shit. And then, every example he gave me was based off of being white. So every company that's big, booming, blah, 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 that he gave me was because it started in the 50s when black people were not accepted. So I was just like, it's good to know this. Is why it's part of my look at God, because I was like, and then he said, people who did not inherit it, because he said most of the people with booming success inherited their money. Most of the people.
You're right.
He told me multiple stories of children who had millions before they even knew what a million was, and now they're booming. And he said some of these people are great people, so you can't be mad at them, because they grew up with money.
And they have no way of making that different.
Yeah,
like, they literally were born into those circumstances, just like people are born into the ghetto.
Yeah, they were just right. And black people are born into the ghetto. White people are born into millions of dollars, because their dad, instead of writing into his will, he put the contract of the building, he put all his grandchildren's names in it.
Take a bitch up.
So all of them had equity before they even turned 5.
If only I knew my slave owners.
Yes. And then, another look at God, he put me on game about housing and franchising. He said the housing apartment market is a really good market, but it's high risk, obviously, because the market fluctuates. Franchising, such as McDonald's, Wendy's, and stuff, is recession proof, but you have to deal with a lot more people. Because remember, when you're working fast food, people quit and come and go back and back. And he gave me a whole bunch of back. I'm going to get his information so he can be my mentor. The look at God that came to it is, even though I don't need a fucking job, it's not like I'm going to say no to him. He said he's going to talk to this guy and this guy in this department and tell them about me. Shit. He said he's even going to talk to people at different banks because he meets up with different banks. The vice president told me he meets up with different banks like every 3 months. Mm-hmm. And so he said he's going to talk to people in other banks about me. Hey. So I was like, hey, if something pops up, cool. If not, cool. I'm still going to use him as a mentor because he has connections. He knows guys who own 10 what's the pizza place that sells pizza for $5?
Little Caesars.
Little Caesars. He knows a guy who owns 10 Little Caesars. He knows a guy who owns 10 the Burger King. You know, he knows a guy. So it's good to have that connection. So I was just really happy about that. Today has just been like a whoa. Yeah, you know, day like please. I can't wait to move into my apartment. So next week is going to be rough because moving fucking sucks. But I'm going to be in my own apartment. I already have my like water, electricity cable set up and my TV's going to get important shit. Furniture's bought. I got Amazon orders coming in. Like, bless the Lord to have money to be able to do these things. And it took a fucking long time to even get to where I am now. So I'm happy. Mm-hmm. Look at God. And I always say God is going to make us live long, healthy, safe lives.
Okay, so my look at God is, of course, that I got engaged.
Yes.
So yeah, you know, that was been a long time coming. A bitch really almost lost her patience, but you know, we got it back together at the end of it all.
And it's big as shit.
Right?
That's just insane.
Like, when I finally saw it on my finger, I was like, what? Like, after he proposed to me, like, I literally almost passed out. Like, I started getting lightheaded. And my sister called me, and I was like, girl, I don't even know what's going on right now. I was like, I'm so confused. Like, I feel like I'm going to pass out.
Yeah. It doesn't even seem real, me seeing it on your hand. It's like, wow, that shit is really happening. Ashley really has to start planning a fucking wedding. Holy shit.
How you think I feel?
Oh, my God. My God.
I have to plan a wedding. My fiance is turning 30.
I know.
And I graduated school at the end of the month.
Next to her birthday.
Like, next to his birthday, too. It's his birthday, my birthday, graduation. And what the fuck am I going to do?
You might as well have your engagement party in July, because, bitch.
I'm not even going to have... I don't even know if I'm going to have a graduation party. Like, it's just too much.
I meant engagement party. Did I say graduation?
No, you said engagement, but I'm like, I can't do all those parties.
Just do a dinner.
Like, it's a lot.
Just be like, who wants to eat?
Exactly. Yeah. Come join me in San Diego, because that's where it'll be at.
Right.
But I appreciate my fiance because it was a very well thought out proposal, and like I didn't expect it at all. And he included my baby nephew Carter, who's my baby. He looks like me, like all my other little nephews look like me, but our relationship's a little bit different because, well, like I did live with my other nephews too, but I didn't live with them as soon as they were born. So as soon as Carter was born, I lived with him. I would see him every day, and like he would come knock on my door every day. And then Rashad and I were dating then too. So like Rashad would be there sometimes when he would knock on my door, and he would come in my room in the morning, and we would both just play with him in the morning because like he's the sweetest little baby and has always been the sweetest little baby. So like I appreciate that it was well thought out and that my family was there and that it was a surprise. Like, and I was telling people, like, if it wasn't a surprise, I probably would have cried because, like, I would have been mad like that excitement was gone. And it's just like, I didn't think like I would be this happy, but like I am like fucking ecstatic. Yeah. Like the day of, like I couldn't stop smiling, and like my cheeks were hurting so bad just from like smiling so hard.
Sorry to cut you off, but Ashley, I'm at work when I find this out. Bitch, you don't understand. I'm working in a restaurant, but luckily it was dead at the restaurant. She calls me and I was like, man, fuck this. I opened the fucking cabinet and I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Oh my God, my coworkers know what happened because I'm like, my friend just got engaged. And I'm just like, bitch, what? And I'm literally in the cabinet acting like I'm looking, and I'm like, bitch, like,
and I really talked to you for a minute.
We was on the phone for a second. I just looked up once for my manager and I was like, oh my God, bitch, what? Like,
because I was like, let me call them so like they don't see it on social media without like me telling them. Yeah. So like I called Nina and then I called Dion, and like when I put it, like when I was looking at it, I was like, what? Like what the fuck? And it's even crazier because like back in October, we went to Tiffany's and we tried on rings there. And like, I tried on a ring just like this at Tiffany's, but like the diamond was like a 2-carat diamond. I was like, oh no. I was like,
it's too big.
This is too much. Like, I was like, I use my hands too much. Like, this is way too big. But then he still got me one that's like pretty big. And I'm like, my nigga.
This nigga was like, man, she gonna like it.
Right. And then he got a rose gold band. I'm like, see, this is what we talking about. Your nigga needs to respect you and he needs to fucking listen to you. And I got one that does that.
It's a nice
like
ring.
So I am so freaking happy. I don't know what to do after this. Like, I don't know any of the planning process. Like, it's just like all like and I'm trying to like get grips on it. But yes, look at God that this happened. Like, and I'm happy that we waited it as long as we did before we did it. Yeah. And I'm happy that he was planning this like as soon as we moved in together, because both of our parents were adamantly against us living together without a ring on my finger. And it was just like, for me, it's just like, well, I need to make sure that this works first. Like, I can't be living with somebody after we're engaged and we literally have to make it work. Like, it's not the 1920s. I don't have to do that anymore. Right. So I'm happy that we took the time that we did and like we waited. So, you know, a bitch is ecstatic. You know, my baby's mine forever. And he gonna get used to me being annoying and calling him fiance all the time. His name is already changed in my phone. And when he becomes my husband, he would become husband. So we're just gonna revel in this moment and be happy.
Yeah. Like Dion said, just enjoy this moment. This is your moment.
My ring, you will be seeing that bitch because I'm gonna be seeing that bitch. So be ready. And then another look at God is just like, I know before I got engaged, I was worried that like I wouldn't like having an engagement ring. I don't,
because you're wearing it 24/7.
Like I didn't think that I would like it, but actually it feels like it's supposed to be on my finger, which is like a really good feeling.
It doesn't hurt that it's real jewelry.
Right. And like I took it off today to like go to the gym, and like the whole time I was there, I just felt naked. And it's literally only been 3 days of me having it, but it's just like, it feels like it's supposed to be there, and it feels like I'm supposed to have it. So like, that's a really good feeling too, because it would have been different like if I put it on, I'm like, oh, this shit awkward. But like I put it on, I'm like, okay.
And she about to get that necklace so she could take off her ring and still have it on. Yeah.
And then another look at God, a little small addition, is that my refund check for college, my last one, is coming, and it's more than I thought it was going to be, and it unexpectedly came. Like, I got a message from my school, and I'm like, oh, let me check this. It's probably for graduation. And then it was like, funds dispersed. I said, bitch, what? At the right fucking time. When a bitch got to pay for all this shit, it's coming at the right fucking time. Like, so like, it's just like so many good things happen for me, and it's fun. Like, another thing, like the day that we got engaged, like, I woke up and like, you know, like when you love somebody, like you be feeling that shit in your chest. Like,
oh yeah.
I woke up and I had like that intense like love feeling. And it's funny, like he woke up too and he's just like all smiles and he's just smiling at me. He like comes over and gives me a hug. And like all day it was just like, it was like that like first love type feeling. Like when you
puppy
first
love.
It was that feeling all day, and like it just felt really good. And like randomly, like our song came on in the restaurant we went to eat at, like, but I don't know, it felt right, like, and it's not like and it just felt so right, and I'm so happy.
And I was like, I'm gonna have to save $1,000.
Yes,
because I told Ashley, like, oh, I'm one of your bottom bitches. So I said, if shit don't go right, I'm gonna be like, take my card and swipe it. No, swipe my card. Like, it's just one of those situations. Dion's the same way. Yes, I know she is.
Because that's what I did at Dion's wedding. I was like, oh, you need what? I got it.
Take my money. Shut up. Take my money.
And everybody was like, no, don't do it. I'll pay you back. For what?
No.
Do you know who this is?
This bitch, this shit is going down.
Because didn't I text you guys that, like, y'all my bottom bitches or something like that?
Yeah. That's what I was like, I'm one of the bottom bitches. Let me save now. I was like, okay. buying clothes, and then we're going on Saturday. She's gonna see my new apartment, and then we're just gonna go look at dresses for fun.
And I gotta go get my ring resized a little bit.
Yeah,
it's a little big.
Don't want it to slide.
And look at God that He answered my prayers, because I definitely pray for Rashad and I pray for him to guide our relationship, and I also prayed that like we would get married if it was in His will. So the fact that we're engaged is like, oh, okay, God,
it's in His will. And I thank God because Dion's relationship, the wedding that we were in, Dion's relationship and Ashley's relationship gives me more faith that it's possible to meet someone. But at the same time, I thank God that it makes me not feel that I need to rush. It makes me feel that the right one is out there. Because like I told Ashley when we went out to eat, a lot of girls will see their friends get married and be like, I need to find a man. I need to find And I thank God that didn't happen because it could have. I thank God that it made me believe more, because I started to not believe like I'm still going to freeze my eggs at 32 if I'm not married. But at least it like gave me faith. Okay, this is possible. This can happen. This is possible. Instead of being like, all niggas ain't shit. All niggas is. It's like, okay, real love exists. Okay. You know? Okay. You know, that's all that matters. So, just so you guys know, you can find us on Apple Podcasts. Just search Young and Gettin Podcast. There's no G at the end of Gettin. Subscribe, rate, and review. We're also on SoundCloud.com/YAGIP. Please follow us and comment on there. We're also on YouTube.com. Just search Young and Gettin Podcast. There's no G at the end of Gettin. Subscribe and comment on there. We're on Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, and all podcasting platforms.
I need to learn how to do that better, by the way. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at YAGI_podcast. And you can also find us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/YAGIPOD. And if you would like to just go to a one-stop shop, go to our website, which is www.weareyagip.com. Construction coming soon, because I'm tired of that fucking website.
Yes.
And then if you would like to contact us, talk to us, join the conversation, give compliments, tell me fucking congratulations. Yes. You can hit us up at Ashleyandninapod@gmail.com, or you could text and call our Google Voice number at 323-486-3811. Stay blessed. Stay looking up to God, and stay valuing yourself, and do not make yourself smaller for any individual ever.
And love everyone. Be happy, be peaceful. And I know life is hard, and like my close friends know how even things in my life are hard, but I'm always going to stay on the side of positivity, because you can't change shit. Nope. And whenever bad things happen, I always say, okay, so what is God trying to teach me in this moment? Or for people who don't believe in God, what is the universe trying to teach me in this moment?
What energy is reverberating to you?
What are we trying to learn from this? Every moment. Don't take it as a moment to be depressed, because it is very easy to fall into depression, and it's okay to fall into depression. But also take it as a moment to learn. Yeah. Always try to learn, because you are living a life where you're going to need to continue to grow.
Or be like Beyonce and feel it for like a day, and then be feel that emotion for that entire fucking day. And then the next day, you know what? New shit, new day.
Get back to work.
Yeah.
All right. See y'all next week.